All right. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. Just like what we discussed, what we announced last time, I will be taking attendance starting today. The attendance will be kung sino yung nandun sa loob ng Zoom. That's why it's imperative that we start on time. So, our lesson for today is about piping design. So nung nakaraang term do'n sa prelims, ang pinag-usapan natin is mainly on air conditioning and mechanical ventilation. So, this term para sa midterms, ang pag-uusapan natin ay piping. It's all about piping. So, first yung piping that relates to HVAC. So yun yung pag-uusapan natin, how to design or how the piping for HVAC are designed. Pag-uusapan natin how to size a pipe in a chilled water system. Pag-uusapan natin yung pipe pressure loss at saka let's see some useful apps and programs. So first, how to size pipe in a chilled water system. Nung nakaraang term pinag-usapan natin yung air conditioning. Usually ang air conditioning natin has two kinds of systems. Usually it's either chilled water or direct expansion. Direct expansion, yun yung air conditioning system that uses the indoor unit and the outdoor unit. Ngayon, pag-uusapan naman natin ngayon yung chilled water system. The chilled water use the DX units or direct expansion units uses refrigerants as their cooling medium. While in a chilled water system, by the name itself, they are using water as their cooling medium. So what happened is, meron kang air handling unit o yung aircon mo itself. Usually ginagamit ang chilled water systems sa malalaking system, hindi siya sa pang maliit na system, pang malakihan siya. Usually when you have a centralized air conditioning system, you would be using chilled water system because it's more efficient in terms of operating cost. So how does it work? The cooling load from the room is being handled by the air conditioning unit. So yung red would be your supply air, that would be the cold air. Tapos yung blue will be your return air, and that would be the hot air. And in turn, because of the cold air going inside to the room is being cooled down. Heat is being carried out through the air doon sa kulay blue na line. Then, meron ka ngayong water loop. This water loop includes usually a chiller, which is connected to a pump. A pump will initiate the water flow. So the water will be pumped through the air handling unit, through the coil, tsaka doon sa chiller. Now, doon sa air handling unit, ito sa air handling unit, a heat transfer takes place. The heat from the air is transferred to the water inside the chilled water loop. So papasok sa loob ng air handling unit yung malamig na tubig because it makes contact, hindi naman contact, indirect contact do sa may init na hangin. In turn, lalamig yung hangin, iinit yung tubig. The heat is transferred from the air to the water. O baliktad. Tama. Heat is because heat is the one that's being transferred, not the coldness. Coldness is the absence of heat. So, pag na-transfer na ngayon yung tubig, yung init sa hangin doon sa tubig, pupunta siya ngayon doon sa chiller. So the chiller, using a refrigerant, cools it down. So lalamig ngayon, iinit ngayon tong chiller. So itong chiller ngayon, nakakabit pa siya ulit sa cooling tower. So meron siyang secondary loop. So yung first loop niya gets the heat from the air handling unit and napunta doon sa chiller. The same, ngayon naman sa secondary loop niya, yung heat sa chiller goes to the cooling tower. And then the inlet from the cooling tower goes to the atmosphere. So ito yung cooling tower ngayon. Ito ngayon yung mainit na hangin, ay mainit na tubig, it would drip out to sa cooling tower, and there's a fan here, and it will cool down using the fan, and the heat is being rejected into the atmosphere. So that's how the heat from your room transfers all the way to the atmosphere using the chilled water loop or the chilled water system. Now, the chilled water system, so this is basically the AC system. Now, the chilled water system, eto lang. Hindi kasama ito. Pag kasama yung air, it's an air conditioning system. Kapag hindi kasama yung air, it's a chilled water system. So, ito lang yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon, yung chilled water system. Okay? So, itong chilled water system, nahati ito sa dalawang subsystem. The two subsystems are the chilled water. So this is called the chilled water pipe or the chilled water loop. And the other side is the condensing water pipe or the condensing water loop. So yung chilled water as a whole is a chilled water system. Pero yung chilled water pipe is the piping from the air handling unit to the chiller. Yung condensing water pipe is from the chiller to the cooling tower. Question? Wala. Okay, ulit-ulit. As a whole, it's a chilled water system. The chilled water system is divided into two. The piping system that goes from the chiller to the air handling unit is called the chilled water pipe or the chilled water loop, abbreviated as CHWP, while the piping or the pipe loop that goes from the chiller to the cooling tower is called the condensing water pipe, the condensing water loop. Now, there are two distinct characteristics that can be found into this piping loop. Yung dito sa chilled water pipe, this is a closed loop. So there's no break in the system. The water that sucks in is the same amount of water that's been sucked out, that's been blown or expelled. However, dito sa chilled water system, there's a break. Here, there's a break at the cooling tower side. So some of the water evaporates at the cooling tower, and so the water goes in is not equal to the water that goes out. So unahin muna natin itong air conditioning system natin. Halimbawa, itong air handling unit natin. So this air handling unit or this room needs 500 kilowatt of cooling load, or heat is being generated at the rate of 500 kilowatts. So these 500 kilowatts will transfer to the air handling unit. When it transfers to the air handling unit, ayun. Ito yung loob ng air handling unit. So makikita niyo sa loob ng air handling unit, there are a few things. There's a fan, there's the coil, ito yung coil, cooling coil, tsaka ito yung filters. The filters at the back just purifies the air, tinatanggal yung mga alikabok. Okay? The fan, obviously, is the mechanical air movement. The fan induces the fluid, the movement of the fluid, which is the air, through and from the air handling unit. The heat exchange happens to the coil. Okay? So kung meron kang 500 kilowatt of heat, ibig sabihin, ang papasok sa air handling unit mo is 500 kilowatt then, which means assuming that there's no loss of efficiency, let's say for the sake of conversation, there's 100% efficiency, this whole 500 kilowatt of heat load will be transferred to the cooling coil. Just take note, yung pipe connection is vertical. Merong sa baba at merong sa taas. The bottom is always the supply, the top is always the return. Question so far? Okay. So dahil sa 500 kilowatt yung heat na nasa sa hangin, it will be transferred to the coil and in turn transferred to the water. How much water do we need? Okay. So ayan. So ibig sabihin, meron ka ng 500 kilowatt na heat na tumatakbo ngayon sa loob ng piping system natin. How much water do we need? Let's calculate. We will calculate using Q is equal to MCP delta T. So, looks familiar, no? It's the same formula that we used sa air conditioning natin. The heat from the air is equal to the heat in the water. Our assumption earlier is 100% efficiency. So they are equal. So, ang formula natin is Q is equal to MCP delta T, where Q is the heat load or the cooling load required in the water. M is the rate of water flow rate. Cp is the specific heat of water. And T is the water temperature difference. So unahin mo nating sa formula na to, unahin nating malalaman, we can find out using this formula the water flow rate. How much water do we need to take care the 500 kilowatt? Okay. So Q is equal to MCP delta T. Meron na tayong Q. Q is equal to 500 kilowatt. Yung M, ito yung hinahanap natin. Yung CP is constant. Specific heat of water is constant. So kailangan pa natin ng isa pang variable. Meron pa tayong isa pang variable, yung delta T or yung water temperature difference. The water temperature difference can be seen sa manufacturer. Usually, the manufacturer would specify that the chiller at its peak performance can cater for this range of temperatures. So, sinasabi nila yun. We take a look at the manufacturer's recommendation. Usually, the manufacturer's recommendation will be roughly around 7 degrees Celsius. So the chiller generates water at a temperature of 7 degrees Celsius. And when it comes back, it can come back as high as 13 degrees Celsius. Okay? So yun yung usual temperature range ng chiller. But of course, we do our due diligence and check the manufacturer's recommendation. Let's just say on this calculation, we use 7 and 12 or 5 degrees temperature difference. So 7 is entering water temperature, EWT, and 12 is the leaving water temperature, LWT. So ang ibig sabihin nito, yung tubig na pumapasok dito sa coil is 7 degrees Celsius at yung lumalabas is 12 degrees Celsius. Draw. Ito. So ito ay 7 degrees. Ito ang lumalabas dito ay 12 degrees. So we have a temperature difference of roughly around 5 degrees Celsius. So sa natin ito nakuha itong 5 degrees na to, this is usually a manufacturer's recommendation. Okay, let's just say for our calculation sake, it's 7 and 12. So plotting in the values that we have, yun. Inikot ko lang yung M. So Q M is equal to Q divided by MCP delta, CP delta T, wala na pala yung M. CP delta T. Itong 4.2 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin, this is the specific heat of water. Kung nakaraan, air tayo, ngayon water. Yung air is 1, ang water is 4.2, so mas mataas. So the water can carry more energy per unit flow kaysa sa air. Tapos, convert lang natin itong 1 kg per liter. This is just to change the unit kilogram into liters. So, density ito ng water. Density of water. Okay? So, calculate. Tingnan niya, tama ba yung pagkakakalculate ko? 500 divided by 4.2 divided by 5 is equal to 23. Ayun, 23.8 kilogram per second. Naging 23.8 liters per second. Convert yung liters to minutes times 60. 1,428. Ayun. 1,428 liters per minute. So, ibig sabihin, to cater for the 500 kilowatt, you would need 1,428. Ayan, 1,428 liters per minute of water. You would need 1,428 liters of water to carry the 500 kilowatt heat from the air. So ngayon, meron na tayong flow rate, 1,228. So sa 1,228, what should be the pipe size? That's the main question. What should be the pipe size? What should be the chilled water pipe size? We use two ways to determine the pipe size. First, we use our slide rule. It's the same slide rule as we have last time, or we use a program. One of the programs or the apps is the McWay that tells us kung ano yung nominal pipe size. So, ang sinasabi nila rito, ang ibibigay nila sa iyo ay nominal pipe size. Babalikan natin yan. Importanteng malaman kung ano yung nominal pipe size. So, using this, sabi natin, kailangan natin ng 1,428 liters per minute of water. Convert lang natin sa US GPM kasi ito yung tawag dito, units ng app. So, convert lang natin. Ang convert natin is 23.8. Tingnan natin. Convert 23.8 liter per second to GPM. Ayun. Ayun, sabi niya is around 15.85 liters. Final answer. 15.85 GPM per liter per second. So pag kinonvert na natin yung 23.8 liters per second would approximately be 374.14 GPM. So balikan natin to. Ang sabi niya 377.14 GPM. Tingnan natin dito. Ito yung McWay. Buksan natin yung McWay. Tingnan natin yung McWay. McQuay. Yun. So, ang sabi niya, US GPM is 377.14. Ang kailangan daw natin ay schedule 50. Still. $35. Hala. 1,000. Ayun. So, pag kinuha mo yung 8, 1,200. Hindi po pwede kasi 8 lang. So, dito tayo sa 10 inch of piping, which is more than the 1,300 na kailangan natin. So, we will be using approximately 10 inch of piping. So, tingnan natin itong table na to. Meron tayong table. Ang ano natin, ay nakuha natin is 1,300. Uy, ito sa table natin, medyo umabot pa tayo sa 8. Okay, alanganin sa 8. Pwede sa ano, pwede sa 10. So sa McQuay natin, sabi 10 na daw, pero sa table natin, ang sabi, pwede pa daw tayo sa 8. Up to you kung anong gusto niyo. Pag tinignan natin 'to, meron tayo nung 5 degree delta T. Ito yung pinagkuhaan natin ito. Ito yun. So this table only works kapag 5 degrees. Ito yung pipe size natin. Ito yung nominal pipe size. Kung makikita nyo, yung nominal pipe size natin, merong pattern. If it's less than 150, makikita ninyo, when we size up, it's always the same at 300 Pascal per minute. Kung makikita nyo dito sa ano sa pipe sizer natin kanina, itong 8 would be less than the 300 Pascal per minute. Pound per foot. Saan na yun? Fluid viscosity, pressure drop. Ito, head loss. It will be less than this one. Mas mataas to kaya mababa lang yung binibigay niya na number because it's gonna be less. But if you increase it into 300, it will give you this flow rate, 1,400. Pero, mapapansin nyo rin na yung velocity is always less than 2.2 meters per second. Ang next criteria natin pag nag-size tayo ng pipe would be the 2.2 meters per second. This is the safe working velocity of water. Ayan. Kung mapapansin ninyo, no? Always less than 2.2. So, ang maximum water velocity natin is 2.2 meters per second. Yung 2.2 meters per second, yung pag nakita niyo yung sa bombero, mas mabilis pa dun. Yung tipong kapag tinamaan ka niyan, ng tubig niyan, para kang sinuntok, masakit. And that is why we limit our water velocity at 2.2. So, mas okay na bumaba tayo sa pressure drop, wag lang tayong tumaas ng 2.2 meters per second. So, balik tayo sa calculation natin. Ang ano natin is 1,400, 500 kilowatts. Asan na yun? 500 kilowatts. Andito tayo, 500 kilowatts. Tapos, may GPM tayo, 500. Ay, bakit ganun? 1,428. Ayun, 1,428. So ang pipe size natin ay 6. Mali yung calculation natin kanina. Lumalabas 500, 3, ano daw yun? 377. Oh, tama, 377. Kasi 343 to, ito 5. 377 GPM. So, ang kailangan daw natin na pipe size is 6 inches. Question. Question? Okay, wala. So ulitin ko ulit ha, itong table na to, base lang din yan dito sa ano, sa dito. It will give you similar sizing. Para sa akin mas madali kasi itong table. So this is a table. Remember, this is just for chilled water system at 5 degrees Celsius. Kapag nag-iba na ng temperature difference, iba na yung table. Sabi natin kanina, itong 6 inches, this is nominal. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng nominal pipe size? Nominal pipe size is the pipe diameter as rated in the catalog. Nominal refers to a non-specific terms and identities in the diameter. Ang nominal, minsan nasa gitna, minsan hindi. But it sure would be less than the outer diameter, but greater than the inner diameter. Meron kasing pipe thickness. Ang nominal is somewhere in between the inside diameter and the outer diameter. So pag sinabi mo sa hardware, kailangan ko po ng 2-inch pipe. Pag sinukat mo yung loob, ba maliit sa 2-inch. Pag sinukat mo yung sa labas, ba malaki sa 2-inch. Because they are always, the pipe sizes are always given in a nominal size. So each manufacturer will have different pipe thickness. May have different pipe thickness. Pwedeng parehas, pwedeng hindi. Pwedeng parehas sila ng nominal, pero magkaiba sila ng inner, magkaiba sila ng outer. So please check your sizes, especially kapag they are using different standards. Of course, merong standards, no? Pero depende sa manufacturer kung anong standard yung gusto niya sundin. Diba? So para malaman mo na nominal diameter, it is usually denoted as DN. DN means diameter nominal. So pagka sinabing DN 25, ibig sabihin nominal diameter 25 mm or 1 inch. Next. So, sabi natin meron tayong 500 kilowatts of heat load. Kailangan natin ng 6-inch or 150 diameter na pipe. Punta naman tayo sa kabilang side. Kung 500 yung pumapasok dito, ibig sabihin, 500 din yung lumalabas sa kabila. Pareho siya. Ang pinagkaiba lang niya, magkaiba ng delta T. Yung delta T natin kanina is delta T 5 sa chiller. But sa cooling tower, iba ng delta T. Pansin nyo, dito ang sa kanya is 37.5 at saka 32. Malayo sa 7 at saka 12 ng chiller. But it doesn't really matter. What we are after is the delta T. Using the same calculation method, using the same formula, we will be able to get that we would need about 1,200 or 1,300 liters per minute. So halos parehas din, no? Yung kanina 1377, ito 13. So parehas lang din. Pero ito kung papansin niyo 5.5 delta T. So sa 5.5 delta T, pansinin niyo, we are able to get more water to a smaller pipe size. Question? So doon sa kabila, pansinin niyo, dito 150. Pero doon sa kabilang side, ang kailangan natin 125. Mas maliit ng konti dahil magkaiba sila ng delta T. Pansinin niyo rin, no? Yung pipe size, papansinin niyo, to 1, 1 and 1 quart, 1 and 1 half, 2, 2 and 1 half, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So mula 6, no? By 2 inches na yung diferensya. From 5 to 3, 1 inch ang diferensya. Ito, half inch. Ito, by a quarter inch. Ito, half inch to. Ito, quarter inch. Ang mas maliit pa nito is 3/4. Pero hindi tayo gumagamit ng 3/4 sa chilled water. Pinakamaliit na rin yung 1 inch. Yung iba nung unang panahon nag 3/4 pa sila. Pero ngayon 1 inch na yung pinakamaliit, 1 inch na. Ito ang pinaka-weird sa akin, itong 5 inch. Ang 5 inch weird siya para sa akin kasi on all the books, all the specifications, they will still say 5 inch. Pero yung minsan manufacturer, they don't manufacture 5 inch. Pag sinabi mo sa kanila 5 inch pipe, ang bibigyan nila sa iyo 6. Kasi daw halos parehas lang daw ng cost. So mag 6 inch na lang. Yun. Question so far? Pa? All right, continue. So, system configuration. Ito yung chilled water natin. Let's say meron tayong madaming chilled water. Ayun. 1,000 kilowatt. Andito tayo sa chilled water line. Wala pa tayo sa wala pa tayo sa condensing water line. Balik tayo sa chilled water line. Dito sa chilled water line, assuming na marami tayong chiller tsaka marami tayong air handling unit. Okay? So gagawa tayo ng chilled water piping. Ayan. So, ito, ang tawag dito, the piping that goes to the equipment is called a distribution pipe. The one that provides or distributes the water is called the main pipe. Meron din tayong tinatawag na header pipe. Ito yung to connect the equipment together. This is to distribute. Yung header pipe, this is to connect all the equipments together. Bakit? Anong purpose nito? So example, merong kang chiller 1. Yung chiller 1, nagbigay siya ng tubig papunta kay AHU1. Okay. Nagbigay rin siya kay AHU2. Kaso, kulang na siya para kay 3 and 4. So si chiller 2, nagbigay rin siya ng tubig. O so dumami na yung tubig dito ngayon sa point na to. O so ngayon, meron ng tubig para dito at saka para dito. Dito sa point na to, sa header pipe, nagsama-sama na yung tubig ni chiller 1 at ni chiller 2. So yung total na ngayon, yung dumadaloy dito sa main pipe, and this total distributes accordingly to each distribution pipe. Okay? So okay pa. So ngayon, halimbawa, namatay si nasira si 2. Pwede ngayon umarte si 3. and it will give the same flow to the header pipe. Since dito sa header pipe, combined na sila, total na sila, the quantity of water here will be able to distribute doon sa buong distribution pipe. That's the purpose of having a header pipe. Para kahit may mamatay na isa, the other one will be able to cater for it without any disruption into the production or into the operation. So kung yung isang isang AHU mo o isang air handling unit mo is 500 kilowatt, so apat to, 5, 10, 15, 20. So 2,000 kilowatt. So 2,000 kilowatt 'yon. Pero yung chiller, yung pipes mo will be all catered for 2,000 kilowatt. But your chiller is only rated at 1 kilowatt each. So ang tawag dito, duty and standby. Kung meron ganyan sa chilled water side, meron din ganyan sa condensing water side. Parehas din. Same principle. One duty, one standby. Duty and one standby. Para pag may namatay na isa, gagana rin yung isa without loss or without disruption to operation. Sa cooling tower, meron lang tayong additional pipe na tinatawag na equalizing pipe. Equalizing pipe ensures that they are the same flow on each and every cooling tower. The water flows the same sa cooling towers. Question before we go to the next one. Wala. Okay, next is how to calculate for pipe pressure loss. Nung sa air handling units natin o sa HVAC natin, gumawa tayo ng calculation sa fan pressure loss. Using the fan pressure loss principle, it's the same sa pipe pressure loss. However, ang pipe pressure loss merong konting diferensya. Ang pipe pressure loss at tinatawag natin is pump head. Doon sa fan, ang tawag natin is fan pressure loss. Sa pump, ang tawag natin pump head. Isa pang diferensya kapag ka open loop at saka closed loop. Kapag ka open loop, the pump head is very simple. The pump head is the height, the highest that the pump needs to have the water go through. Yung height lang, yan na yun, pump head. So ibig sabihin, the pump head is measured in distance, in meters head, or inch head, or feet head. So ganun, no? The pressure for the pump head is notated in distance, meter, feet, or inches head. So kapag open loop, which means open to atmosphere, the pump head is equal to the difference in height, frictional loss, at saka pressure required. Pressure required at the nozzle point. Kung ano yung pressure na kailangan dito. Kung gusto mo malakas yung buga, mahina, okay lang. So the pump head is usually just the difference in height. Let's say the friction loss is minimal. So it's just usually the difference in height. However, in the closed loop, it's a little bit different. So ito halimbawa, ito chiller, condensing water. Assuming na yung cooling tower height is 5 meters. So we'll have a 5 meters. Frictional loss is 300. At 300 Pascal per meter, makakuha mo yung frictional loss, pressure required as per manufacturer's recommendation, then you will be able to get yung pump head natin. Kapag kinuha mo tong 300 pipe length, this is 300 meters. Ang sabi natin kanina, meron tayong 300 Pascal per meter. That is just on a straight pipe. Kapag ka nagkaroon na ka ng bend, meron tayo nito. Ang tawag natin dito is equivalent pipe length. So sa ducting, meron tayong kinocompute natin yung pressure drop. Dito sa piping, meron tayong equivalent pipe length. So ibig sabihin, kapag meron kang isang T o isang valve, isasabihin na sa'yo is equivalent to 3 meters with length of pipe or 13 meters length of pipe or 13 units length of pipe. That's what it means by having an equivalent pipe length. So, nakuha natin to, frictional loss times 1.5 per fittings, safety factor, na-calculate natin kung ano yung pressure head na kailangan natin. Next. Ito naman is a closed loop. Sa closed loop, ganun din, no? Pero since na wala tayong change in height, meron lang tayong required pressure. Yung coil natin at saka yung chiller natin would require pressure. So ayun, nil. Tapos, using our nominal pipe size, makikita natin, ayun, 270 Pascal per meter. We are able to calculate 12.42 bar. Question. Some useful apps, ito yung ginamit natin kanina, yung Macquay. Meron din yung Daikin. Question. Wala. Walang question. Kung walang question, sige, maraming salamat. Then I'll stop my screen share. Stop screen share and thank you for joining in today. Wala tayong quiz tungkol sa lesson na to. We'll start our quizzes next week sa Tuesday na lang. And for now, relax muna tayo. Lesson lang muna tayo ngayon. And I'll just take the attendance according to kung sino man yan dito ngayon. Prelim grades will be posted soon. Nagka-calculate na ako siguro by today or tomorrow na-post na yung grades niyo for prelims. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me or to message me or to reach out to me para masagot man kung ano yung questions niyo. Okay? Kung wala na, then thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys again next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.